Oh my gosh, I can't believe I finally found the large tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. And I have a super fun fall DIY I want to share with you using these blocks. Hello, my crafty friends. It's me, Lisa, the DIY Diva. And yes, I finally found the large tumbling tower blocks. Now let me show you the size comparison from the regular tumbling tower blocks to these large ones. They are so much larger. And what I want to do, since it's fall, I want to show you how you can make some really pretty pumpkins with these blocks. And I'm also going to show you how to do it with the smaller tumbling tower blocks as well. So I'm just going to take some scrapbooking paper and I'm going to size them for each of the blocks that I'm going to be using to make this craft. So for each pumpkin, I need 3 tumbling tower blocks of each corresponding size. Next, I'm going to use some Mod Podge to secure the paper to the block. If you're going to be doing this project, you do need a moderately heavy coat of the Mod Podge if you have some pretty thick scrapbooking paper. So like I said, each pumpkin is going to have 3 blocks, and I wanted the paper to be similar. So the 2 end pieces are going to have the same paper. And then the block in the center is going to have a different theme of the paper. And you can do this with the small tumbling tower blocks as well. So I'm just using some Mod Podge to secure the paper to one side of the block. And I'm going to repeat the process for the other 2 tumbling tower blocks. And again, I have 2 of the blocks that have the same scrapbooking paper. And the block that's going to be in the center has a different pattern. But if you like things to be all the same, by all means, put the same color scrapbooking paper on 3 different tumbling tower blocks. Now, once the paper is on the blocks, then just let everything dry. So here's one pattern, here's another pattern, here's another pattern, and here's yet one more pattern of the different types of pumpkins I'm going to be making. So now that the paper is secured to each of the blocks, I'm going to use my little sander and I'm just going to sand off that is hanging off the sides of the block. This is an easy way to have the paper be perfect on whatever it is that you're working on. This micro hand sander is probably one of my favorite tools that I have in my craft room, and I got it for less than $10. So for me, I use this thing all of the time and I think it's a great addition. And I think it's one of my favorite things that I have in my craft room. Now, once I had all of the excess paper sanded away, then I came back with some distressing ink and I put that around all 4 sides of where the paper is on the front of the block. I repeated that for each individual block. Then I came back with some Dollar Tree wood glue and I put just a little bit of the glue on one side of 2 of the blocks, and then I secured them all together. Now this is Decoart Spiced Pumpkin. I love this color for fall. So what I'm going to do is any place there's bare wood of the blocks, I'm going to paint it with the Spiced Pumpkin paint. I was very careful not to get the paint on the front of the tumbling tower blocks where the paper is, but the top, the sides, the bottom, and even the back, I covered everything with a coat of the orange paint. And I just repeated this process on each of the pumpkins that I made. Even the tiny one with the regular size tumbling tower blocks that hopefully you can find at your Dollar Tree. And this is why I like to have a silicone mat, because sometimes I get a little clumsy and I might drop a project. Now I wanted to show you something a little bit different with these blocks. They are so much fun to work with, so I wanted to make a riser because I just love making risers. And I took 12 of the blocks and glued them together to make a large rectangle. Next, I covered it with some oak gel stain and wiped away the excess. And I know I just kind of deviated a bit, but I just wanted to show you how large these blocks are. Okay, so let's get back to the pumpkins. So I need some stems for my pumpkins, so I'm going to use my tiny chop saw. I'm going to cut down some sticks that are going to be my pumpkin stems. Look at how perfect that is. Now I told you that the micro sander is one of my favorite tools that I use in my craft room. This is probably one of my other favorite craft room tools. There's so many things that I can cut with this saw when I can't cut with like heavy duty scissors. This was definitely worth the money that I paid for it. So now that I have my pumpkin stems, I'm going to attach them to each of my tumbling tower block pumpkins. And I did want to embellish these pumpkins a little bit. So I started by making some bows, the type of bow that you would tie your shoes with, using some jute twine. But before I put the bow on, I did want to add a little bit of extra, I guess, embellishment to the top of my pumpkin. So I had some sisal fiber, I think that's what this is, and I just used my hot glue gun to secure that on either side of the stem. And by using my glue gun right around the edges of the wooden stem, it will help to keep it in place. I like using the sisal fibers because it does give a little bit of a more rustic and country look to my projects, which is perfect for fall. Then I took some Spanish moss and I glued that on either side as well. And then I just used some scissors to randomly cut any long pieces off from the top of my pumpkin. And once I was happy with those little extras that I put on, then I just secured the bow to the front middle of my pumpkin. And look at how cute that is. Oh my goodness. I am so happy that I found these larger tumbling tower blocks. I hope you can find them at your Dollar Tree. You don't get as many of these as you do in the smaller set, but there are so many different things that you can do with them. And I'm just so grateful that they finally had them at my store. The tiny tumbling tower blocks are great for these pumpkins as well. I love how they turned out. I love how all of them turned out. And I really like the different patterns that I used with the scrapbooking paper, which is really neat because then I have a use for scrapbooking paper that I've been collecting because the papers are just so pretty. I hope I've inspired you to get into your craft room and start crafting for fall. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click that subscribe button and click the bell notification so you can get alerts when I have new videos coming out. Right now, I've got a lot of fall videos that I want to share with you, lots of different tutorials that I hope will inspire you to make some beautiful projects for your fall decorating this year.